The notorious idiot Jim Inhofe, the Republican senator from Oklahoma, was speaking before the Senate Armed Services Committee on the issue of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and he claimed that he had some exclusive and new photos from the front lines of the fighting. So he was like all excited over it, and everybody, oh, this is serious. He's got some breaking news, some new photos, great exclusive photos. So he argued that these photos were evidence that we should immediately take action and at least arm the Ukrainian rebels. But I wouldn't be surprised if idiots like Jim Inhofe and John McCain, for example, are just chomping at the bit to get into a hot war with Russia and get the U.S. involved, which would be a disaster, but you know how big of war hawks these guys are. So let's take a look at the photos here that he showed. Interesting. Inhofe said the following, quote, "These photographs were given to me by Lieutenant Colonel Semenchenko." I kid you not. The name is Semenchenko. "The commander of Donbass Volunteer Assault Battalion, a newly elected member of the Parliament of Ukraine, during our meeting on the 13th of November last year. This is not simply supporting separatists. It is an invasion of the Ukraine by Russia. The second set of pictures were taken by Ukrainian soldiers on the front line in eastern Ukraine." Oh, so let's all be afraid. Let's all be scared. Russia's just totally gone crazy. And look at what they're doing. We need to arm the Ukrainian rebels immediately. Okay. So, Inhofe's office also released the pictures. And they gave them to the conservative outlet, the Washington Free Beacon, for them to get an exclusive as well. So they're hyping this thing up, man. Scary, scary pictures. Ah, be afraid. There's only one problem. The pictures are from 2008. They're from the situation in Georgia, where Russia essentially annexed a part of Georgia. Fail. Fail. But see, here's the thing. Is it the case, am I just flat out defending Russia, right? And saying, oh, come on, they didn't do anything wrong to anybody ever. Calm down, this is not a big deal. No, of course, am I against the fact that they essentially went into Crimea and annexed it? Absolutely, absolutely, I don't like that. I didn't like when they did it in Georgia. I don't like when they do it in Crimea. But what this story shows is just how eager Jim Inhofe is and the Republicans are to, sell more weapons and get involved in more conflicts and be more interventionist. They're so eager to do it that they can't fact-check through Google. They can't do a quick Google search to see if their shitty pictures are already on the internet or not. And this also shows you the intellectual capacity and ability of a person like Jim Inhofe. By the way, Jim Inhofe, if that name sounds familiar for other reasons, is because he is the most notorious climate change denier in all of American politics. He wrote a book that calls it a conspiracy, a fraud, or a hoax, whatever the fuck he said. In his mind, he thinks all these goddamn scientists care so much about money and they're so greedy, and that's why they push the idea of climate change. Right, Jim? It's them. It's the greedy scientists that are the problem. It's not the fucking oil companies who you take money from. It's not the fact that the oil companies care about money. So, care about, money. Care about money. So they pay scientists and they pay you to push their narrative that it isn't real. It's not that the open conspiracy is on your side. It's that the scientists are greedy. Yes, scientists have a reputation for caring so deeply about money. Look, the reason I get so angry about this is I actually have a first cousin, who is a scientist. And he was in America. He's not here anymore. He went overseas. But he was doing research for the government. The government grants for scientific research are nothing. They give you like $30,000. Is that what the scientists are fighting for? Let me get another $30,000. Sucking off that government teat. Getting rich by doing research. Fuck no. They're doing objective studies. They actually care about academia and intellectual pursuits. The real greedy fucks are you guys. But this shows you he has no credibility. A guy like Jim Inhofe is a buffoon. He's a buffoon in a shirt and tie, acting like he's somebody special and acting like you should treat him with respect.